You bump into someone. They weren't looking. And before you've even processed what happened, you hear yourself say it. Sorry. You hold the elevator for someone who makes you wait, and when they finally step in, you apologize. For waiting, for being there, for taking up space they hadn't yet decided to enter. You say sorry when someone is rude to you. You say sorry when you're upset. And somewhere underneath all of it, there's a version of you that doesn't even understand why. But here's what's actually happening. The apology was never really about guilt. It was about something far older and far more tender than that. You are not broken for this. What you are is someone whose nervous system learned very early that harmony was safer than honesty, that keeping people comfortable protected something fragile inside the relationship and inside you. Think about what it felt like to grow up in a space where someone's mood could change the temperature of an entire room. A child doesn't have the sophistication to say, "This isn't about me." What a child learns is simpler. When something feels wrong between me and another person, I need to fix it. And the fastest fix was an apology. That lesson doesn't stay in childhood. It becomes a reflex, the emotional equivalent of flinching. But here's the part nobody tells you. The apology often isn't about the other person at all. It's about managing your own internal state. The discomfort of sensing someone might be unhappy with you is so activating that the apology becomes a way to regulate yourself, to release the pressure in your chest, to return to a baseline that feels safe. It works, briefly, which is exactly why the pattern persists. There's another layer. Some people were praised consistently for being easy, for not making a fuss. Being low maintenance became part of how they understood their value. The apology, then, isn't just conflict avoidance, it's identity maintenance, a way of proving over and over that you take up a manageable amount of space. And for those who grew up with emotionally unpredictable people, a preemptive apology is armor. If I say sorry before you get angry, I've removed the threat before it arrives. It's not submission, it's survival intelligence, wearing submission's clothes. What's interesting is how this shifts over a lifetime. As people move through their 30s, something often changes. They start to notice the cost, the slow erosion of self-trust that comes from repeatedly telling your nervous system that your feelings are the problem. The quiet resentment of always being the one who smooths things over. The behavior doesn't disappear, but it starts to become visible. Invisibility, even without action, is its own kind of movement. Think of the apology like a worn path through a forest. You didn't create it consciously, you walked it again and again because it was the clearest route. The path doesn't mean you're lost, it means you've been navigating, as best you could, since before you had a map. If you are someone who says sorry when there is nothing to be sorry for, your instinct toward peace, toward repair, toward care is not a flaw. You learn to apologize because at some point it helped. It kept something intact. It gave you a sense of agency over things you couldn't control any other way. That was not weakness, that was adaptation. And the fact that you're here, curious about why you do the things you do, says something important. Not that you're broken and need fixing, but that you're starting to pay attention to yourself with the same tenderness you've always extended to everyone else. That, more than anything, is where everything shifts.